Hey everybody, how you doing? This is your girl Ruach. I just wanted to reach out today and to do another in the series of message in the music. um, and I wanted to talk about Watering Eye today and what Watering Eye talks about, which are cycles. And and I'm talking about positive cycles. There are some cycles that are positive, wealth cycles and love cycles and, all those good things. Those are positive cycles. But we also have some cycles that are unwanted, some negative cycles, some things that we keep repeating. So, my question to you, have you experienced in your life the recurrence of certain events and certain kinds of people and certain kinds of frustrations or disappointments, the same kind of experience in your relationships over and over and over, the same kinds of experiences with money, the same kinds of experiences with your work. Well, those are called negative cycles, and there is a way to break them. If you're frustrated about those cycles, then let's talk about how we break those cycles. In my own life, I have gone through those things. I think most of us go through them. And so I have learned a few things that have worked for me, and I want to share it with you. Um, so to start, the first thing you need to recognize is that these cycles, even though they're negative and upsetting and, create all of this bad vibe around you, they are necessary. They're necessary because they allow you the opportunity to grow and to change and to self-evaluate and to recognize where there are things inside of you that you need to correct. You know, um, so they're good because once you recognize these things, you are able to free yourself and you're able to impact the lives of the people who are around you. You're able to be a blessing to those who came before you, your mother, your father, your sister, your brother, and those who will come after you, your children and your children's children. So understanding cycles is, for better or worse, I mean, it understanding cycles is part of what is necessary for us as human beings to grow and to change and to evolve and to awaken to our best selves. So, how are cycles created? Cycles are created because of belief, and they're influenced by where you grew up, your experiences growing up, um, the kind of friends that you have, the stereotypes or the things that you believe in, how your society has affected you, how your social upbringing has impacted you. Simple things like the stuff that you see on television, on the news, in the media, those things, how have they influenced your thought patterns and your belief systems? It could even be bad relationships with parents or, your special other. All of those things impact your belief system, and it is your belief system that creates the cycles. And the cycles are sustained by your energy, by your anger, by your hate, by your frustration, by your desire, by your love, by your emptiness, you know. So it's important in understanding cycles that you recognize that you are the creator of your cycle. There are other people playing parts, in it, but the responsibility for the cycle is yours. And so it's not about blaming other people. So it's not about saying so and so did this, this is why, or, he's always doing that, or my boss did something. Um, you ultimately are the sole person that is responsible for your cycles. So understanding that is also key to breaking the cycle. You can't pass the buck on this. You can't blame somebody else for what you're going through. You have to take responsibility for it, and then you have to change it. Okay, so another important thing in recognizing cycles is identifying the triggers. If you take a moment when you find yourself in your cycle, it's important that you stop. Just stop whatever it is you're doing, whatever it is you're thinking, and find a quiet place and take a moment to just rehearse in your mind. Retrace all your steps to where you are now, all the steps that you took to where you are now in your life, all the different decisions, all the different people, all the different reasons, all the different explanations, um, that that connected you to this moment and to this experience. And that is important because once you do it and you do it thoroughly, you will recognize that in that process, in those steps, you there were certain key moments when you made certain decisions or certain choices or listened to certain advice, or your inner voice was telling you certain things, like, which propelled you to where you are now. And it's important that you take those things out of the confusion of the cycle, because then it gives you clarity. You're then able to see more clearly the path that you took and the reason why you are here, in the space that you are now. And then from there, the next level up is to create the change. Once you have understood the decision process that brought you to this point, you can then undo it. It's that simple. Once you recognize all of the choices that you made to get to this point, once you recognize all of the reasons why you keep inviting a particular kind of person into your life, you can then change it. Once you recognize the reason why you keep having the same experience with money, you can change it. And so there lies the power, the secret and the power to break the cycle. And so that is where you need to get to, recognizing your part in the process of you getting to where you are and making the decision to change. Often I find that most cycles, if not all of these cycles, require some amount of forgiveness. So you're going to be forgiving a lot of people. You're going to be forgiving yourself. You're going to be forgiving, whatever occurred in your past that created the mindset and the decision making process that you are now on, that you're about to change. And the reason why you need to forgive is because it releases you. It releases you from the temptation. It releases you from your default mode. It releases you from going back to the default that says, okay, everybody in the world is like this, or all men are like this, or all women are like this. It releases you from that default and frees you to make a new choice, to believe a new thing, to have a different expectation and desire a different kind of experience, desire a different kind of person, a different kind of man, a different kind of woman, a different kind of work experience, so those are the things that I have learned. First, it's important to, a lot of noise in the background. We love music here in the land of Jah, so people are playing music. Yeah. So, as I was saying, the key elements: recognizing that you are the creator of your cycle and take responsibility for it. Understanding the decision process that led you there. Um, Changing, making a decision to change, making a decision to forgive, and begin to imagine new things for yourself. So the secret is that there is a lesson in every experience. The purpose of the cycle is the lesson. The lesson. That's what's important. And once you learn that lesson, you are then free to become a better you. You are then you have discovered a new part of yourself. A lot of the times persons will ask, why am I here in the earth? What's the point of my life? Once you learn the lesson in the cycle, you figure out the point of your life. It comes with it. It comes with that knowledge. Purpose. You find purpose when you figure out the lessons in your cycle. So I want to encourage everyone to try this. Tell me if it works for you. Let me know what your experiences have been, if you have found other things that help to break cycles in your life. Let's do it. And the reason why I felt it important to do something like this was because our world needs it. Right now, as a world, as a planet, as humanity, we are going through certain cycles that suggest that there is a lesson that we need to learn collectively, and there is some stepping up that we need to do, and some overcoming that we need to do. So it's this process that I'm explaining. It works for the individual, it works for the family, it works for the community, it can work for the world. And the process starts inside of yourself, you know. Um, and so you fix you, and then you try to reach out and fix others. We are challenged right now to grow because of the cycles that we are facing. And so try this and let me know how it works for you. Let me know what your experiences have been. I think it's important that we share as much of the knowledge that we have gained in our lives with each other right now, because the planet needs it. We need it so that we can move quickly towards the change that we so desire. Um, so, like I said, thank you. If this has been valuable to you, please leave a comment below, click like and share, because we want to pay it forward. We have to pay forward the blessings that we've received in our lives, and we have to try and help as many persons as we can. So, click share. Maybe this will be helpful to somebody else. Um, and also remember, your download of Watering Eye is available. There is a button below or above that you can click to download your free copy of Watering Eye. And I should just add that Watering Eye was written to remind everybody, including myself, that everything that you go through in life, whether it is good or bad, especially when it is negative, in it is a gem. In it is an opportunity to learn a lesson that once it's learned, you are free. You have liberated yourself from an intangible obstacle that you couldn't feel or touch, but you're constantly experiencing. And so I hope you enjoy Watering Eye. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And as always, from me to you, lots of love. Stay safe and healthy until we chat again. Bye.